Hey, shalom, shalom. Y'all match one if y'all can hear me. Match one if y'all can hear me. Shalom. With the Israelite School Universal Practical Knowledge, starting out at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General YAHANNA, who teach that Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians are the 12 lost tribes in the Bible, according to the Bible. We aren't affiliated with any other Israelite group, or Muslim mosque, or Christianite organization. Like it. We're the home of the truth. Today, my topic is brotherhood. Brotherhood being key. In order for a nation to be strong, a certain when it comes to anything, it doesn't even matter if it's a job, just a nation of people, or whatever the case may be. In order for that structure or that group of people or whatever the case may be to be built strong, it has to have people who are on the same page. For example, if you have a business, somebody in the business has to be over the people getting their checks. You got to have workers. You got to have workers. You got to have people who know the actual layout. You got to have people in here, the IT techs to work on the computer. All of that is just that on, that's an organization. And how that organization gets strong is all those people have to come together. The ITs just can't not come to work. What if the servers go down, or the computers go down, or the cash registers go down? If there ain't no workers getting paid, who want to work for free? Who want to work for free? So when it comes to the actual nation of Israel, Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian man and woman, we are a nation. And brotherhood and sisterhood also is very powerful, is the key. In order for us to get over or build anything or even be together, we have to show each other brotherhood and sisterhood. That is a law according to what the Lord say. That is brotherhood and sisterhood, it shows up 1,000 times out of these scriptures. That is a law. And the reason why we always falling by the wayside, and we can't get over, and we can't even keep a job, or we can't even get our business up and running or keep a business. You know why? Because there's no brotherhood and sisterhood. You got brothers who prefer to go out here and buy Balenciaga shoes for a European man. They getting paid, but nothing goes back in the Black community. You got brothers that rather turn a blind eye and say that ain't got nothing to do with me. When they see that young, that young buck over there selling drugs. It is a whole nation. And when you turn a blind eye to your brother or sister, that's what makes the nation weak. If you know something that could potentially help them or even save their life, it would be wise and brotherly and sisterly to say, look, hey, don't do this. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Try it this way. Or sis, just don't put them on child support, sis. I'll look out for you. You know what I'm saying? What you need right now? What your funds looking? What bill you need? That's the best way to do it. Instead of just pushing a sister to put a man on child support. You know what I'm saying? Because of you want to be a simp and be a super saver whore. You want to put that S on your chest and say put him on child support because you want to be in her good graces. Just because you in good graces don't mean anything. Showing brotherhood and sisterhood, regardless what the odds is, and doing right by your brother and sister and helping your brother and sister, that's what's best. Not because you want to be on their good side. When you getting chastised as a kid and you getting your behind spanked, you are not on your. You feel as if you're not on your parents' good side when you are. They're just disciplining you. And like I said, brotherhood is key. We gonna go on 1 John 4:20. Cause you see, like for example, the whole Kevin Samuel thing, the rant and rave that y'all heard. Kevin Samuel, some things he on point about, but a lot of things he just belittle our sisters. I mean, belittle the brothers too, but the way he belittle these sisters is just disgusting. It is disgusting. He got so much answers. He know everything, but he can't even sit here and tell a sister how to keep a man, or what men are out here. I mean, come on. That man was a wealthy man, married twice, and bashed women. And my father always told me when I was a chap, he said, son, you done moved from Connecticut to Georgia to South Carolina. And the teacher said, you still fighting and you still a class clown. None of them know each other, so it must be you. So now you look into that. His job, he should have been building up sisters. Or he should have been getting built up as a brother with the I.S.U.P.K. That's what it should have been. Not sitting here bashing sisters saying you weigh 300 pounds, you 5'5", 300 pounds, 2 kids, this and that, and 1 child, and you 35 and you can't give birth and all that. Man, come on, man. It's brothers out here that go hungry trying to find a woman like that. 35 with no kids. No kids. Brothers go hungry out here, and he bash women over just because they got an education. And again, it says education don't mean, I mean, it is important to it. But when it comes to you, and it comes to you keeping what's between your legs for your man and your man only, that's what's really important to us. Everything else is a perk. Everything else is a perk. So by America building these sisters up, saying go ahead and get your whole, get your degrees and all that. Yeah, that's fine, sis. Go get your degree, baby. Go get your degree. Go get it. But don't let that, you know what I'm saying, be the standard of a man. Don't let what you got be a standard of a man. Because real brothers out here really lay their life down for a righteous woman. Do not let yourself fall short and die alone because of a degree. Because of what Kevin Samuel's saying. Look at this man. Look at him. We are men. He's speaking for men, and he's speaking for sweet homosexual men. How are you going to speak for real men and you don't even classify yourself as a real man? You think a real man is about having money. Financial gain is okay. Okay, it's lovely. But you're not even a real man because you got to call sisters B words. Each and every word. You're fat B. You're out of shape. You this and that. That's not brotherhood and sisterhood. What he should have been doing for that platform is figuring out how to build this nation. Since he knows so damn much, he should have been trying to figure out how to build a sister up. That's what he should have been saying. You know what I mean? Like all these people hopping on him. It's plenty of celebrities that talk to, you know what I'm saying, unfortunate people behind the page. Plenty of them. Plenty. But the best thing he could do is belittle a sister, talking about high value man. Listen, sis, high value man would date a woman at Mickey D. High value man would date a woman at Mickey D. But Kevin Samuel got y'all sister's head all screwed up to where you got to have a high standard. And you got to, in the process of you having a high standard with all this education, you got to find a man that's a 6, 7, 8 figure man. And he probably teach you like a POS, a piece of shit. He'll treat you the same way. That's not being brotherly. That's not being sisterly. Hey, Travis, where you at? You in South Carolina? Just put SC. But yeah, so Kevin Samuel was not being a brother at any means. I mean, degrading and belittling women. It's brothers out here that I can name in South Carolina that like, you know, women with a little more curves and weight on them. Brothers like each and everything, and he's belittling anything that doesn't appease his eye or something that doesn't look appetizing. You know, slocky on that choice of word. But there's brothers out here that will really, really love and deal with a woman with some extra meat on her. Skinny women too. But the best thing he could do is bash sisters. Bash them. Hey, Trav, check this out. Hit up Officer Sean and ask him to send you to the camp leader. But yeah, so how you bash it? All these it's different shades of women as Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian. Yeah, hit him. Hey, Sean, send him to the camp leader. Like screenshot a pic and send it to him. But yeah. So how Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian women come in all shades, all size, all heights, all beauty, long hair, short hair, big lips, little lips, and you know what I'm saying, whatever. And he's bashing sisters, bashing them. They turn around bash brothers because we unfortunate. He a black man like us, and he know how hard it is to make some out ourselves. He know how hard it is. We ain't got nothing, man, but a damn obituary and a goddamn jail cell. And he know how hard it is, and he got the audacity to sit here and talk down on brothers like that. We all from the hood. Don't matter if you damn grew up in the rich area. You still unfortunate. It don't matter if you grew up in Bel Air with all the Caucasian. You're still unfortunate. You're damn nigga. But he just got this money so tied up his behind, he think he's something. Sitting here telling my sisters and brothers and downing them like that. That is your leader. That was your leader. Same thing Martin Luther King. Crap. Same thing as your Tupac. Crap. Because they ain't did nothing. Nothing. Best thing you could do is throw insults. Insults. Fix the damn problem. If she overweight, talk to her one-on-one. Or goddamn, hell, if she overweight and you don't like it, you already ain't attracted to her. Leave that woman be. Telling her how she could get a man. Get the hell out of here, man. Y'all turn to 1 John 4:20. 1 John 4:20. If a man say, I love God, and hateth his brother, he is a liar. Everybody say, oh, I love the Lord. The Lord is my husband. Jesus is my husband. You know, Christ is my husband. And XYZ, but everybody praying to the Lord the Most High, but hate their brother. Hate their brother. You rather disrespect your brother. You rather sleep with your brother wife. You rather do everything that's an abomination unto the Lord, and you got the audacity to say you love God. You love God. But you can't put a damn blunt down. Just because you smoking a blunt by yourself don't mean you ain't hurting this nation. You're hurting the nation still, man. Stop being selfish. That's unbrotherly. Being selfish is unbrotherly. Being selfish is not going to build this nation unless you're being selfish for your people. So therefore, stop smoking. Be selfish for your people. Because how you going to help somebody or give good advice and they seeing you still smoking cigarette? How can you give advice to somebody over here pertaining to their life, or their life, but then they look over to the right side, you smoking a cigarette? You got all the best advice over here, but you can't even take some advice over here and stop smoking a cigarette. Be brotherly. For he that loveth not his brother whom he has seen, how can you love God who he have not seen? So again, you talking about you loving somebody. If you loving somebody, how you love the Lord? Salaki, how you love the Lord and you ain't never seen him? How? That's like you having a dream girlfriend or a dream boyfriend you ain't never seen. But you love that dream, that person somewhere out here pointing and you don't know where you pointing at until you meet that person. You see your brother each and every day. You got animosity with him at work because he want to be, you know what I'm saying? I ain't going to call him what he, but you know how you got them snitches and the ones thinking they running something at work when all reality they ain't nothing. You work with this man side by side and you can't even tell him how you feel and not disrespectful, be humble with him. Be like, man, listen, hey, I was having a rough day, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got to... Right. Sound very Christian-like. Tell them I'm having a rough day, man, or now I'm catching car problem, man. I got to drop out of... You can't go to your brother and tell him that, but instead, because his wicked way, he want to be sour, and now you hate him. Now you want animosity toward him. You don't know what's going on with him. He might have compassion for you and show some lenience on you. Like, all right, I understand. If he was a real man, he would do that. He will understand that brothers go through things every single day. Every single day. All right. For he that loveth not his brother who he has seen, how can he love God whom he had not seen? How can you love the Lord? How can you love the Lord after all of this stuff going on? And this is what, you know what I'm saying, blows me over with some of y'all Christians. Y'all know the Lord destroyed nations. He done put curses, everything out here. And you still say you love the Lord after the Lord allowed us to go through this slavery. He allowed us to be beaten, tortured, and raped, robbed, and murdered. He allowed it because we were being hard-headed. And you still going to say you love the Lord. But meanwhile, the brother who just trespassed against you one time, stepped on your shoe, or accidentally talked to your wife at a gas station and didn't even know you had a wife, sisters too, now all of a sudden you hate this person. But the Lord allowed all these curses to overcome us. The Lord allowed us to go into slavery. The Lord allowed each and everything that's happening right now. He is allowing it. He is allowing it. And the reason why he's allowing it is because of the fact that we're hard-headed. And we still have a chance. We still have an opportunity to switch over and make things right. But again, time running out because some of y'all like grace period. Forget about the grace period. Stop using grace period. Don't use no grace period when it comes to brotherhood and sisterhood. You deal with it then, and you go ahead and mold and build that bond right then. Get it done and over with. Move on to the next. And this commandment have we from him, that he who love God love his brother. Again, in this commandment have we from him, that he who love God love his brother. So it's a commandment to show brotherhood and sisterhood. Even you, and again, everybody different. Everybody ain't always going to agree on every single thing. We human. We got different personalities. We different people. But one thing that we will and must agree on is the scripture. It is a commandment. If you got an art with your brother got art with you, deal with it then. Deal with it. Get it over with. Get it over with. Don't hate the brother. Don't wish nothing on him. You know what I mean? That's still your brother. And the same nigga that look like you. We're going to go to Matthew 25 and 40. Yeah, forget that brother. Because he look exactly like you. He might be a little more fortunate with the fun. But at the end of the day, he looked like the same Negro. He get pulled over and you get pulled over 5 minutes later. Both of y'all Negroes. Just like how some people say, oh, all older European woman will see 5 or 6 of us. They be like, oh, those black guys. Oh, they all look alike. Same thing with us looking at the Moab or Chinese. Yeah, they all look alike. That's white people ish. They all act alike. Like y'all know our terminology. So understand you. Make that brotherhood strong, man. I'll give y'all a second. Go ahead and turn over. Yeah, man. Brotherhood is very important. Brotherhood really got me out the world. Brotherhood got these brothers out the world. Because if it wasn't for Commander General YAHANNA, all the generals all the way on down, ain't no telling where most of them would have been at. No telling. I don't even know. Yeah, Matthew 25 and 40, y'all. Matthew 25 and 40. And the king is YAHWH, shall answer and say unto them meaning Israel, verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye have done it unto one of the least of these my brethren, ye have done it to me. So if you watching your brother trespass, you watching your sister trespass, she going down the wrong road. She ain't, you know the wrong road. Well, what did they say? Solicit sex, giving her body up child support, things of that nature. Even with brothers doing everything else, we know brothers being homosexual, being on the down low, and things like that. If you doing all of that stuff, you doing that to Christ. You doing that to this body. That means the Christ, he died for no reason. He just died because you want to be a wicked, filthy sinner. Because you want to do what you want to do, and it fulfills your lust and your pleasure. AIDS ain't pleasurable. HIV ain't pleasurable. Come on. Child support with 8, 9 baby mamas ain't pleasurable. It ain't. Ducking and dodging bullets because you selling dope ain't pleasurable. Come on, abortions either. So as long as if you doing all of that, you doing that to YAHANNA, Mashiach. All right, we'll start from the top. Verse 40. And the king shall answer and say unto them, Verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye have done it unto one of the least of these my brethren. So again, it doesn't matter how big it is. How big it is. How big it is. You stealing nickels. Or just you not even using a woman, manipulating a woman because she need her bills paid just for sex. That's small, that's big, but as small as it could get, all the way from murder, interracial marriage, all of that it ties and plays a role. So it doesn't matter how small, how big, how wide, or how slim it is. Ye have done it unto me, so you're doing it unto Christ, y'all. Hey, y'all turn over to John 13 and 34. I'll tell you one thing though, brother, without brotherhood, it get you killed. It will get you killed. Cause that brother, that ain't nothing but another set of eyes for your future, and you the set of eyes for his future. You his safety, he your safety. You know what I'm saying? Even with the sisters, safety, cause you might have to call a brother above you to get answers. That brotherhood. That brother might say, "Hey, nah, pass on that one. Wait till next time around. Hold your money. No, don't even do it yet. Wait for the right timing." You got brothers all in Texas that deal with the stocks and things like that. Them brothers be schooling and putting each other on that. That's brotherhood, man. Brother just got his truck driving license here in South Carolina from other brothers in information. That's brotherhood. Matter of fact, we got 2 truck driver brothers in South Carolina. All brotherhood. All of 3 of them, Salaki. So we got John 13 and 34. A new commandment, and this is in red, this is Christ talking. A new commandment I give unto you, that ye love one another. Love. It's not about how you feel. Love is an action. It's an action. Period. If you love your car, you're gonna take care of your car. Make sure the brakes done, the oil change, the fluids, everything flushed and washed. You gonna make sure it's dealt with if you love it. Exactly, Marcus. Love is a verb. It's an action. It's a physical action. You love your kids. You got to maintain your kids. So what you do, you're going to discipline them when they cutting up. You going to make sure your kids fed and they behinds washed and ready for school in the a.m. Ready for school. You going to make sure all of that. You just like your brother and sister. You know your brother and sister down on their luck and they ain't got the funds and y'all going out to eat. After a hard day of camp, 7 hours sitting in the heat blazing, them brothers look out and they all go in and make sure a brother eat. They make sure sisters on feast day, 3-4 sisters come in with plates of food. I mean pans. Make sure everybody good. Everybody eat. Everybody eat 1 and 2 and 3 plates and maybe take some home. That's brotherhood and sisterhood. That's love. That's love. That's an action. Everybody fed. Everybody taken care of. Everybody protected. Just like even on Shamar. Shamar security. We hold Shamar around here just because we love our people. It's security. It's an obligation to make sure they safe. If you want somebody to be safe, obviously you gotta love them if you want them to stay safe and be safe. If you want to protect them, you gotta love these people. Who the hell gonna protect a damn devil outside? because he getting jumped by a bunch of devils, not me, because I don't love them. I love mine. A new commandment I give unto you, that ye love one another, as I have loved you, that ye also love one another. So again, the same way Christ loved us, you gotta love one another. It's like exactly. Exactly, and that's what they don't understand, Marcus, and that's heavy that you say that, because America got this whole facade on behalf of, when you tell somebody something they need to hear, doesn't matter what it is a form of hate. No, it's hate to your ears because America and the Christian church watered everything down to make it seem as if you speak polite, you got to be tender, you got to tell them what they want to hear. Damn that. Damn that. When your grandmama going across your back with that switch because you got in trouble in school, God damn it, because she loved you. That's why. When you tie and fire to your child because they want to cut up and do this, you love your child and you don't want them out there doing it again. When you see them little boys jumping in and out that little girl window and you beat the hell out your daughter, not beat the hell out, but when you putting fire on her behind because you love that daughter. You don't want her to go through the fire of being pregnant or having a bad name before she's even a woman. America wants you to talk sweet and be tender. Damn America. Damn talking sweet. Go to your Christian church if you want somebody who gonna butter you up. Because we don't do that here. We tell you what you need to hear. So I'm correct. That's one thing, and I'm glad you said that, Marcus. I'm gonna get to that one too. Verse 35. By this shall all men know that ye are my disciples, if ye have loved one another. We a student. We learning. If we follow Christ and we do this, we are a student, we're learning. But that's if we love one another. That's a commandment. That's a commandment. I mean, that shows off rip before anything get passed over, overpassed, or whatever undermined. You gotta have brotherhood. You gotta have brotherhood for you could go to the next step and the next step and the next step. You gotta have brotherhood. You can't not have brotherhood and think you're going to be a helpful cause to the nation. How? You'll watch a brother get gunned down without brotherhood. Go to Hosea 4 and 6, y'all. Gotta have brotherhood, man, and they keep it from us. You know, and I find it ironic too. The Christian church, or them same people telling us they don't even keep brotherhood. They don't keep nothing. They keep you in the Christian churches long enough for them to give you your dollar. And guess what? All these years, we've been going to church all these years, and you got dumb, ignorant parents that been going to church 5, 10, 15, 20, 40, 60 years, and they still didn't see a change. How dumb can you be? How dumb can you be going to church every Sunday after you left the club and you think you're doing something? You spend all your money at the club and you spend your last $20 in the Christian church for them to pull 3 scriptures and you don't know what the hell the sermon is about. Now they walking across stage. How can you spend that much time in the Christian church think you knowing something? You know something. It smell like cheap perfume and pig skins up in there. And it's flooded with whores and homosexuals. And there's no brotherhood in that. None at all. None. Talking about someone. Oh, not my Jesus. Damn right, not your Jesus. Hosea 4 and 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee. So we already destroyed for not having knowledge. That's first and foremost. We think we know everything, but we don't know nothing. And the reason why I say we don't know nothing, because out of everything we know how to swindle. Paul, yeah, we know how to swindle. We know how to sell drugs. We know how to weigh lean. We know how to scam. We know how to do all of this, but we don't know how to pick up a damn book. We know all that time you putting into weighing out your lean and all that, the mathematics. Put that into school. Be an accountant. Help brothers and sisters get their credit right or something. Help. You know how to sell drugs by the bundles and the pound, bruh. Start something. Start something with vegetation, selling bundles of hay or something. You know how to scam and all that. Go into crypto. Go into something. Y'all know we know how to do all of this, but why we still destroyed? Everything that we think we know and we actually use it to our advantage, we get locked down. We get gunned down. We have abortions because we think we know everything and don't know nothing. And let me finish. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee. So you know all this stuff and you think you're so smart. And the first thing I tell you, like this brother said on Marcus, he sat here and tried to tell that sister, and she talking about hate. But you know what? Marcus hearkened on to what the Lord said. He hearkened on to what these scriptures saying. But you know that sister, she rejected knowledge. And I'm not going to put it on her because sisters and brothers always got a chance to change. But that situation, the Lord can and will reject you because you don't want to hearken on to what he's saying because you know so much, but don't know a damn thing. Nothing. You just run your mouth, man. That is it. Like I said, selling all this drug, doing all this, you know how much money you making off of premiums and selling your behind and showing your breasts all on Snapchat, and you know how to do all of that. But all that money you getting the wicked way, you still ain't got a damn dollar to pay your bills. You mean you gonna sell out your box or your rod just to get some shoes to go do it again? You are weak. You're not showing brotherhood or sisterhood. You are a piece of filth. You are weak. And it's disgusting, yo. It's disgusting to our nation. And you don't deserve the kingdom if that's how you think and you feel like that's right. You don't deserve it.
Worshiping Christianity for 3-4 years. We still in the same condition and still hollering what we do. Jesus, everybody.
You're right. We've been in the Christian church for tens and hundreds of years. Still ain't learned nothing. Come on. A lot of us just we drop out of school and we think we know something. Meanwhile, y'all still going to the Christian church 300-400 years. But sisters and brothers getting the idea of don't deal with the Christian church, which is good, but now the Christian church turned our people away from the Bible as a whole. Ain't no telling. Wait till the Lord come. Wait till the Lord come. I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me, saying thou hast forgotten the laws of thy God. I will also forget thy children. So, because you don't want to know nothing and you think you know everything when you don't know anything, the Lord will forget about you. And guess what? If he forget about you, you're in the danger zone. You're in danger. Ain't nothing good. Because when you forget about something, you're missing. You're lost. You know what I mean? Like, anybody could do anything. You're vulnerable to anything. You have no protection. You will be forgotten about. And guess what happens when you're forgetting about? The Lord might just let them devils deal with you. Might let Satan go ahead and overwhelm your body from whatever sicknesses, whatever disease. The Lord, he might just let it go. That might not even happen. Something else might happen. Go to Matthew 5:22. Matter of fact, I'm going to read that one more time. Verse 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because thou have rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law. Again, law, statute, commandment, that's a law to be brotherly. If you forget about it, you don't want to be brotherly or sisterly, so be it. Has forgotten the law of thy God, I will also forget thy children. So if your parent, if any of y'all parent, I know it happened to me one time, your parent ever left you in the store and goddamn ain't know what happened, or they left you in the park. I got left in Big Lots when I was young. when I was in Georgia. And my parents had to run back in there, you know what I'm saying, because I was still in the toy section. I didn't know I was lost, but my parent understood my child is vulnerable. There's no protection. I need to go back right now and get my child. I need to go get my child. But when the Lord forget about you, you're going to be that lost child. That you need to go back to your parent. Because the Christian church always got this fake ideology of Christ in us waiting on us to get right to come back. No, you and me need to go get Christ. The Christ ain't coming waiting to come back for no sinners. Clean your behind up and go to Christ. Christ ain't waiting on us. He waiting on us to get right, to come to him. So get that whole idea out your head that he coming back. When we start doing things right, then we need to go see him and he gonna be here. Or you could just live on your grace period if you want and be forgotten about. Go to Matthew 5:22. A lot of y'all lean on that grace period, man. Y'all better get up off that. Get up off it. Matthew 5:21. Then came Peter to him and said, Lord, how oft shall my brother sin against me, and I forgive him? 7 times? Christ said unto him, I say not unto thee until 7 times, but until 70 times 7. Again, that's just a terminology. Israel, Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians. You know how we always got a slang. We always talking parables and things like that. Like, I ain't seen you in the whole brick, bro. I ain't seen you in a minute. Boy, it been a hot second. Like, that just mean I ain't seen you in a minute. That's all. Everything I just said in our language just mean I ain't seen you in a minute. So when it said 70 times 7, it's not literally talking about 70 times 7, like a Christian would say, and then they'll add it all the way up and start tallying. Well, this is number 200 times. This is number 204. It's just saying you keep forgiving him. You keep forgiving that brother. Just because you keep forgiving the brother, don't mean you have to deal with him. You got to understand the brothers that label amongst you. Verse 23. Therefore, let me go back to verse 21. Then came Peter to him and say, Lord, how oft shall my brother sin against me, and I forgive him? So now Peter just asking Christ, like, man, how long he gonna have to keep doing this? Why I can't snap on him? Or why I gotta keep dealing with him? Like, I forgive him until 7 times. Christ said unto him, I say not unto you. So Christ said, no, I ain't telling you that. I'm not telling you that. I'm not telling you only 7 times. But until 70 times 7. So he's like, I'm not telling you to forgive him only 3 times. No, you keep forgiving him. That's your brother. Well, what am I here for if you ain't going to be brotherly to him? Come on. Go Luke 6:31. Luke 6:31. And as ye would that men should do to you, do ye also to them likewise. And this is just the same old saying. Do unto people as you want done unto you. You don't want anybody, stepping on your white forces. So man, don't step on their white forces. You don't want nobody groping or putting their hands around your daughter behind, when she 13 years old. So don't be that man. Don't be that man to do it to no woman if you don't want it happening to your woman. You know what I mean? Sis, same thing with you. You want a man to respect you, a man who's gonna treat you right. Respect that man and treat him right. Show some love and honor for him. And the same thing with brothers. Come on. You don't want her out here horning around. You seeing stuff in her phone. Stop treating and making and letting her be like a whore. Stop making it okay. When you got with her, you said it was okay for you to be a whore. If you hit her on a one night stand and you knew she was a runaround or whatever y'all call it, thought, whatever, you knew she was. And when you put your rod in her, you made it okay that she could be a runaround or a thought. Maybe if you didn't put your rod in her, she could have reconsidered and be like, damn. And then change up her life. It was up to you, black man. It was up to you. You got the power of this world. But we just got to utilize it. We got to use it the right way. Verse 31. And as ye would that men should do to you, do ye also to them likewise. So again, whatever you do to some, however you want to be treated, make sure you treat them the same way. Treat people with respect, regardless of what the color and race is, because at the end of the day, we still got to deal with these devils. But when it comes to your brother and your sister specifically, treat them with some love, to be tender-hearted. Be affectionate for your nation. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to be hard-bodied. You got to be hard-bodied for your nation, but not to your nation. Show love, man. Show love to you and yours only. We'll go to John 15 and 12. John 15 and 12. This is my commandment. Again, this is a commandment. This is Christ talking. That ye love one another as I have loved you. That means you go above and beyond to make sure you continue to love your people. Christ had to be a brother that loved somebody. And you know who Christ loved? Our nappy head, ignorant, you know what I'm saying, swindling, conniving, behinds. Israel. The people that looked like the scum of the earth. Christ loved us. And he sat here and laid his life down just to make sure we were straight. He loved us. A lot of y'all can't name one homeboy that died for anybody in his household. Not one sister of y'all probably could name a sister that died for her kids. Not one. Not one. And we ain't talking about the military. Right, Quan. Everybody got faith until it's time to have faith. Everybody. But yeah, so Christ laid his life down. He had to love us for a reason. And all we do is spit in his face every time we out here hating our brother. When we hate our brother, that's what we did. Why that man, that our king, YAHANNA, died for us. Died. So we could be here. So we could do what we gotta do to build up this nation, to build up our kingdom. But yet, y'all want to hate your brothers over because he sell a little better drugs than you, when you shouldn't even be selling no damn drugs no way. You hating on your brother because his drug money is better than yours, when you should be donating that money. Donating the money. We don't want your filthy money. Donate it to something that gonna matter. If you come here and do it right, donate good, hard working money. Start a business and donate to pay your tithes. Greater love have no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends. Again, Christ laid down his life. He said no greater love than no man is a man that laid down his life for his friend. Christ laid down his life. That's showing love. That's real. That's brotherly, tough love. Tough love. I mean, come on. I ain't never heard a brother out in the world even jump in front of a bullet for a brother. In front of a bullet. At all, man. Ye are my friends if ye do whatsoever I command you. So Christ saying, show brotherhood, man. You love one another like I loved you. Like how I laid my life down. And that's a command. Ye are my friend if ye do whatsoever I command. Command is an order. And if you disobey the order, then you're not the Christ's friend. You're nothing to him. You're a waste of a corpse. You're taking up space, man. Yeah, you're taking up space, man. Hey, let's go to Matthew 18 and 15. Because it's too much killing out here, man. It's too much killing in the black and brown community, and we're not over all these murders. Is countless mothers, countless fathers and sisters and brothers losing dads and XYZ all around the block. It's too much murder, and it seems like y'all not tired of it yet. But what y'all are tired of, the European man saying nigger. That's what you tired of. You tired of a European man saying get out my way, boy. But you ain't tired of your own brother in the street getting murdered. You're not tired of that. The same one that say, oh, it couldn't been me back then, nigga, it would have been you. They would have put 2 lashes on that back, threw some water and put 2 lashes on that back, it would have been you. Telling. Because you got a lot of mouth. If it couldn't be you coming to the I.S.U.P.K and really stand for your people. Because that whole, it couldn't been me, nigga, it would have been you. It would have been you. Back then they couldn't even read a book and they had no power. Now you can read a book, nigga, and you still don't read. How you expect to build up a nation you don't want to read? It would have been you, nigga. You. Matthew 18 and 15. Moreover, if thy brother shall trespass against thee, go and tell him his fault between thee and him alone. If a trespass is a situation to where a brother might do something unintentional and not really clicking, or sometimes it's intentional, or sometimes it's not taken serious on the other party. And when I say it might be, a brother might tell you something or whatever, or say all right, example. If a brother having an issue with his old lady and he telling him what's going on, and the brother say, F that B, man, you all right, go get another one. That brother right there don't know how that man feel about it. He could just be in a bad situation at the wrong time, and he just said F that B. Now this brother right here that had the wife was telling him he feels some type of way. That's a trespass. Because that brother disrespected his wife. You know what I'm saying? That's a trespass if he feel offended. Because he felt offended. Sometimes trespass happen to where brothers don't even know. A brother might, you know what I'm saying, he might drink the orange juice that the brother said don't drink, but he didn't hear him. He might have not been home at the time and drank the orange juice. That's a trespass. You know what I mean? So when it said, moreover, if thy brother shall trespass against thee, so if your brother does something unto you, go and tell him his fault between thee and him alone. So you go talk to your brother one-on-one between thee and him. So you could have been like, Salakia, sir, you know, officer, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Look, there's a little situation, or hey, Salakia, sis, whatever, it's a situation. You go to them and tell them one-on-one. So it ain't a whole bunch of he say, she say, because y'all know how the word operate. The word operate behind drama and gossip and wickedness. And people out in the world like that. Like that. Like a brother in the world would have been like, oh, that nigga couldn't call my lady a B. I would have beat it. See, that's the type of counsel you don't want to get, because that's not brotherly. But like I said, you go to your brother, him and him alone, and tell him his fault between thee and him alone. If he shall hear thee, thou hast gained a brother. So if you tell that brother, man, hey, that's my wife you talking about, this and that, and he understand, oh, he be like, Salakia, forgive me, this and that. You know, I ain't mean it that way. It was just, you know, we were just in topic just now. You know, I ain't gonna do it no more. If that brother understood, you gained a brother. You know what I'm saying? It's swept under the rug, built that bond. Y'all brothers, everything good. Everything good. Ain't no sweat, ain't no nothing. But if he will not hear thee, then take with thee 1 or 2 more, that in the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses every word may be established. So if he didn't hear it, just when it comes to that, he don't want to hear it. Just be like, all right, man. No, just call out a council, man. Just call the council out and be, hey, yo, I'm just talking to you at council. You ain't gotta be rude. Just be like, yo, we'll go to council, and that way you'll have higher ranking men, 2 or 3, or more, that be in there and to hear the whole understanding, and they could determine who was at fault, what was going on, and how it should be dealt with accordingly. That's the purpose. And the best part is, if you could deal with that brother one-on-one and him alone without having to go to the next level, that's showing you're being a goddamn man and a woman of the Lord. You don't always have to be a hard-headed brother or sister for somebody to have to go, in the worldly word, snitch or tattletale to somebody above to handle things. Be a man and a woman and go approach that person one-on-one and be humble and tell them the issue. Tell them what offended. And if they was a real woman or man, they should be understanding. If they not, no sweat. But when it comes to school, we deal with it. Because we understand how the importance of this nation. We understand the importance of brotherhood and sisterhood. Let's start with verse 16 again. But if he would not hear thee, then take with thee 1 or 2 more, that in the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses every word may be established. And if he shall neglect to hear them, tell it unto the church. But if he neglect to hear the church, let him be unto thee as a heathen man and a publican. So if he don't want to hear it and he's just being rebellious, you done talk to him, you know what I'm saying, you took him to council, and he still want to be rebellious and everything, he should be just granted a heathen. And we got 2 different heathens. You got heathens that are heathen, that's not Israel, Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian. Then you got heathens that are Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, but they choose to take up cultures and traditions and customs of these other nations that they're really not a part of. They choose to take it up. So they'll be considered as a heathen. Go to Isaiah 9 and 16. All right. Isaiah 9 and 16. For the leaders of this people caused them to err. The leaders of these people was like your Kevin Samuels. The leaders of these people are like your Will Smith and Jada's and Creflo Dollars and T.D. Jakes and Steve Harvey and D.L. Hughley and Polite and Floyd and whoever else they named, and Dr. Umar Johnson, all of them, Dick Gregory, all of them. Every last one. I mean, hell, I could name 1,000. All of those are people, and they cause us to err. And error means error, to do wrong, are misled, are misguided. Our people, they cause us to err. And they that are led of them are destroyed. And the same people that follow all these people I just named, each and every last one of them, even your Jay-Z's and Beyonce and Cardi B, if y'all ain't heard about the whole Cardi B, these people cause us to err, and we're destroyed. We're destroyed. And speaking on Cardi B used to be a stripper. She used to have explicit videos talking about her box and rods and money and XYZ, and now come to find out she's saying that she ready to be done with the industry. It's conjuring up them old demons. and everything. Meanwhile, this woman been out, I'm guessing, I don't know how long, 5 to 8 years, 3 to 8 years, I don't know. She done misled all these beautiful potential good, great sisters and led them in the wrong direction. And now she talking about demons. Demons. You got 4 or 5 year old girls around here twerking and listening to all this trash music, and she got the nerve to say it's conjuring up demons. Now you want to think about yourself and your family and think about a nation. Now you want to do all that after you put all this music out here. That's not being sisterly. You sat there, now you want to get right after you destroyed a whole goddamn generation of women. A whole generation. Start from the top, verse 16. For the leaders of this people cause them to err, and they that are led of them are destroyed. Even with, like I said, even with your Kevin Samuel, he got all the answers. He got all the money. He got all the wealth. He goddamn think he got all the masculinity that's left in the world, and he got the audacity to have to call a sister a bitch. You as masculine you is and all that money you claim you got, you have to call a sister a fat slob, unfortunate, you know what I'm saying, unfit mom. Come on. And like the captain was saying, he preys on the women with low self-esteem, blacks with low self-esteem. But he was particularly pointing at the sisters. Particularly. Because he understands sisters, they're either going to rebel when it comes to something they don't want to hear and they're going to go to war for it, and or sisters going to agree with it. So what better way to get sisters than just bash them? Call them what they are in his eyes. Call them out. And he knows sisters, they going to bite that. And then what makes it worse, they take brothers in the likings. The brothers got the likings of these videos saying, that's what she get. Brothers love when Kevin Samuel talk like that about sisters. Love it. And you know what it does? It breaks another generation, because now brothers think that's the way you got to talk. That's the way you got to talk. I ain't got to call my small lady a B. I tell her to shut her damn mouth. Simple. Be quiet real quick. Listen. Hush, I'm talking. You ain't got to do all that. You don't got to do all that. But you know, the brothers, they getting trained up by Kevin Samuel, and he was a damn capper, bent over, booped over, like Lord knows what the hell going on. I mean, come on. Come on. And Kevin Samuel understand, he preys on the weak. He know weak brothers going to follow suit into that, and he know weak sisters are not going to like it. And that's his whole fan base. That's his whole fan base. And Salakia, look how the Lord dealt with everything. The Lord done what he did. Not me. I ain't saying the Lord dealt what he done what he did. Period. Salakia. Yeah, so y'all leaders cause y'all to err. And back like I was saying about Kevin Samuel, everybody leans on Kevin Samuel and he preys on the weak. And that's not being brotherly, sitting here telling sisters she overweight or she looks this way or that way. Everybody got their preferences. For him to have all of this, all of the what was the word? All the knowledge in the finances, he should have been helping out the black community. That's what he should have been doing. Telling sisters how they can get a good man, what they should do, not just bashing them and telling them why they can't get one. You should have been trying to build that sister up. That's the first and foremost. Not using brothers for views. That's a sellout, and your leaders cause you to err. Y'all turn to Matthew 12 and 48.
book of Matthew, chapter 12, verse 48. 12:48. But he answered and said unto him that told him, Who is my mother, and who are my brethren?
And that's Christ talking, right, sir?
Come.
Christ sat here and in front of the whole congregation said, Who is my mother? Who is my brethren? In front of everybody. In front of his mom and everybody. And I'm going to tell you, you'll see why he said it. Go ahead, I don't want.
Come. And he stretched forth his hand towards his disciples and said, Behold, my mother and my brethren.
So Christ was in the whole congregation, and he pointed to all the disciples, pointed everybody in there, and said, This is my mother, this is my brother, because everybody doing the work of the Lord, man. And not saying his mom and his brother wasn't nothing. It was just the fact that he was doing the work that he was supposed to be doing, and he was set out to do. Right. That's brotherhood. That's he's doing what he's supposed to do for his nation, not because of how his mom feels or what somebody else. He's doing it because the Lord said do it. Brotherhood is a key. That's it. I don't want.
Select. Con, you want to read 50?
Come.
Verse 50. For whosoever should do the will of my Father which is in heaven, the same is my brother and sister and mother.
They see if you do whatever, if you're out here doing the servile work of the Lord, that is your brother. That's Christ saying, that's my brother, that's my sister, that's my cousin, that's just everything. That's my people, because he understand the Lord is the man that he was leaning on. He was set out by the Lord. He wasn't set out by nobody in flesh. Because people out here in the world, they will sin. They will cause you to sin, just like your leaders. They cause you to err.
Right.
Christ wasn't talking to them. He was talking to the disciples, them 12 disciples. Go to Mark 12 and 31.
Mark 12 and verse 31. And the second is like, namely this, Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. There is none other commandment greater than these.
Love your neighbor like yourself. The neighbor is just like in the neighborhood, the close person to you. The close person. In this nation, Black, Hispanic, Native Indian, if you are them, the Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian next person is your neighbor.
Right.
It's just like if you step outside to go check the mailbox. You got that neighbor, you look left, look right, look in front of the house, them is your neighbor.
Right.
But speaking on behalf of the nation of Israel, those people in that same nation who go through the same trial and error, that is your neighbor. The Lord is only dealing with one nation people, and that's Israel. That's it. You go to Matthew 18 and 21.
Matthew 18, verse 21. Then came Peter to him and said, Lord, how oft shall my brother sin against me, and I forgive him? Till 7 times? Jesus said unto him, I say not unto thee until 7 times, but until 70 times 7.
So Peter went to Christ and asked, how many times am I supposed to forgive this man? After he done stepped in my shoes, ate the last Hot Pocket, you know what I'm saying, talked bad, sold me a bad set of whatever. He asked Christ and he said, how many times am I supposed to forgive this man? And he said, he said 7 times?
Yeah.
He said 7 times. Christ said, I'm not telling you that. You keep forgiving. You keep forgiving that man. That's the same man that looked just like you. You keep forgiving. And Christ understood the strength behind brotherhood and how to build a nation up. Because again, Christ gave his life. Christ gave his life. That has to be a form of love. Because there's a lot of brothers out here, they cowards, they won't even fight back for themselves. Right. They will let somebody punch them in their mouth and would not even fight for themselves. Christ gave his life for a whole nation of people, a stubborn set of people.
Right.
Is everything on that?
It's like, okay.
Go ahead, Otto.
And what's so heavy about that is, like Christ told Peter to forgive his brother. And with you forgiving a brother, that's very wise to do. But also be wise in a situation where try to avoid some of the situations when it comes to a brother. If you know a brother's a thief, don't let him in your house.
Right.
Yeah, you've got to forgive him, but be wise also.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, forgive your brother. Forgive your sister. Don't do like Martin Luther King told you to do, turn the other cheek. He told you to forgive your brother. He's talking about the oppressor. So they can spray you with a water hose, and guess what you got to do? You got to forgive them.
Right.
But that doesn't apply to them.
Right.
No.
I don't want completely right. And also, even like precept say, right? I don't want know the brother that labor amongst you.
Yeah, right.
You gotta understand, man. Like them people that's around you, you have to know who you dealing with. You absolutely have to know. Other than that, if you avoid knowing who you're dealing with, you're just being ignorant and setting yourself up for failure.
Damn right.
There's more on that. Go Luke 14:26, Baba Kushar. And that's the whole purpose of brotherhood. Without brotherhood, we ain't gonna have this nation. That's why that's one of the reasons why we're so low on the pedestal when it comes to any and everything other than sin. We the best people when it comes to sin and living against our laws. That's one thing we can do. We can be disobedient, but one thing we can't do is come together. And I'm speaking hypothetical. You got that?
Come on. Luke 14:26. If any man come to me and hate not his father and mother and wife and children and brethren and sisters, yea, and his own life also, he cannot be my disciple.
Read from top one more time if you could.
If any man come to me and hate not his father and mother and wife and children and brethren and sisters.
Oh. If any man come to me and hate not, he's naming everybody. Mother, dad, it don't matter who it is. Your mother or your daughter. Go ahead.
Yea, and even his own life also.
Even his own life. Even if you don't hate yourself. Go ahead.
He cannot be my disciple.
Now when it's saying that, out of all these people the Lord just named, different sets of people, is speaking on behalf of their custom that they like. Like your mom called you just a few days ago on Mother's Day and said, "Oh, yeah, baby, this." That's what the Lord's saying. Hate the custom that they want to take up. Hate what they do. You shouldn't even want to be around that. Your sister's like smoking weed and all that. Hate what they do. You got a lustful demon. You trying to be pornography. You should hate what you do. That's what you should do. Go ahead.
And whosoever doth not bear his cross and come after me cannot be my disciple.
Sorry, I don't think I'll go further. All right, yeah, that was it. So you have to hate the customs and tradition of America. You got to hate each and everything that does not abide by the Lord, or that's an abomination, whatever the case may be. You have to hate it, because at the end of the day, the sin that's out here is not for us. That is different culture. They can do it. It's okay. Our laws were set up a way to protect us and build us. Would you go to Salaki? 1 Timothy 5:1. You have to hate 1 Timothy 5:1. You got it.
1 Timothy 5:1. Rebuke not an elder, but entreat him as a father, and the younger men as brethren.
So, all right, start from the top one more time.
Rebuke not an elder.
Rebuke not an elder. Look, when it comes to somebody above you, and so they at fault or something ain't right, you don't have to bang or disrespect or even belittle yourself. You come to that elder humble. However humble that you come, you go to that elder and you speak with them and let them know your concern. If they an elder and they say they wise, they should understand it. So you go to that elder, you break it down. Look, it ain't what it was. You know what I'm saying? I understand. Blase. You don't have to blaze on the elder. And a lot of people, they say that, oh, I hate older people. You know what I'm saying? They think they know everything. That's just That's bound to happen. Just let them know. Let her get it off and come back and let them know after they done talking. Let them talk for no reason. Go ahead.
The elder as mothers, the younger as sisters without purity.
That's verse 1?
Oh, yeah. Want to read it again?
Okay.
Rebuke not an elder,
Mm-hmm.
but entreat him as a father,
Mm-hmm.
and the younger men as brethren.
Even the men that's under you. It don't matter what your rank is. It don't matter if it's your little cousin or your son or whatever. You don't have to beat them over the head because you holding some type of status or power over them. You still go to them like, Salakia, sis. Hey, look, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't feeling that. This is how I feel. You don't have to use rank to bogard somebody. You don't have to use rank to press authority. You don't have to use that. That's actually being a coward. Because you got to use some title or something instead of just being a decent damn human. So it's not hard, man. It's different ways of dealing with it. And the Lord set it up like this, and He actually made it easy. But it's the way we're so rebellious, and since we got all this knowledge, we don't even take practical knowledge and apply it. Like I was saying, brotherhood, brothers out here selling all this drugs. If you got a best friend, tell him, man, go be an accountant. Go sit here, and since you got all this stocks of weed and drugs, man, go put your money in stocks, man. Go buy canned goods and load up on. You so good with packs and bundles and money. Go take the drug life and put it into something legit. Sisters too, talking about selling your box and all this and that. Sis, do some makeup. At least sell makeup. Yeah. That first sound?
Wait, what?
First Samuel 18:1. Good. Slacky, y'all.
First Samuel 18:1.
Mm-hmm.
And it came to pass, when he had made an end of speaking unto Saul, that the soul of Jonathan was knit with the soul of David.
The soul of Jonathan, it was knit with the soul of David. That means these brothers came together. Them brothers got a bond. It was knit together. Just like if anybody ever seen their mom crochet or knit covers or shirts or hat, it got to come together. Go ahead.
And Jonathan loved him as his own soul.
And he loved the brother as his own soul. That's just like these brothers in here. Them my brothers. I got them brothers take care of me. I got to take care of them. They look out for me when I ain't looking, and I look out for them. That's the whole point. You gotta love. He loved him as if it was his self.
Right.
Go ahead.
And Saul took him that day and would let him go no more home to his father's house.
So keep going.
Next verse. Then Jonathan and David made a covenant because he loved him as his own soul.
Mm-hmm.
And Jonathan stripped himself of the robe that was upon him and gave it to David, and his garments, even to his sword, and to his bow, and to his girdle.
Now, with all that, basically, it's the same thing like in real life. Like how when a brother, he want to use the shoes, you let him use the shoes. The brother want to crash and spend the night at the house, or, you know what I'm saying, use the car. That's all what this is saying. The brother didn't go home, he gave him his robe. He gave him basketball shorts to sleep in, a t-shirt to sleep in, you know, a wash rag to wash his behind. Took his car to go to handle whatever. Go ahead.
And David went out whithersoever Saul sent him, and behaved himself wisely.
What verse is that? 5?
Yeah.
That's 5. Yeah, we good. Yes, man. Brotherhood is key. Like, that's the key to unlock a lot of things. And without brotherhood, there's no safety. There ain't no strength. There's nothing. We don't even have a strong foundation with brotherhood because we want to indulge and put our money into these heathens. and these heathens ain't doing nothing but building up their kingdom more and more, and giving us the crumbs to end. We think that we're getting something, but we ain't getting nothing. It doesn't matter if you at BMW making $30 an hour. That still ain't a damn thing compared to what BMW making behind the closed door.
Right.
The Brotherhood is take a little bit of that $30 an hour and go take it to Isupk and buy some fruit. Take it to a Benjamite to work on the car. Take it to your people. Hell, build a car. Oh, you got that? Oh, I didn't call now. Slack. Oh, the 2 John 1:6.
2 John 1:6.
Mm-hmm.
And this is love, that we walk after his commandments.
Hold on. Love. This is love, that we walk. That means that we do these commandments. That is an action. That ain't just saying I love something and you just sit on your behind and don't do nothing.
Right.
Go ahead.
This is the commandment, that as ye have heard from the beginning,
Mm-hmm.
ye should walk in it.
That's it. It's love. Brotherhood is a commandment, man. It's a law. That is mandatory. And if you don't, the Lord will forget about you, like I brought out in the last few precepts. What is lack of knowledge precept? I think that's what it was.
Right.
The Lord, matter of fact, pull that one time and hold that one. Let me know when you got it out. Ain't no sweat, man.
Hosea.
You got it.
Hosea 4:6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
We are destroyed for lack of knowledge. See, we don't understand the importance behind brotherhood and sisterhood.
Right.
We just think we out here living for us, but we not. When we live for us, that's why we die the way we die. We don't have no strong foundation or nobody that's gonna be in the community and say you shouldn't do.
Right.
Like the I.S.U.P.K on the corners telling our people we need to come together, building them up, but also trying to kill them damn demons they got. That's what love. That's what brotherhood is.
Right.
That's what sisterhood is. That's the definition of it. The I.S.U.P.K, man. Like I was telling y'all, ain't no telling where we could have been at. Nowhere. Could have been sellouts. We could have been Christian pastors if we was weak. But we have real brotherhood and brothers that actually fought and give their life just to make sure brothers and sisters like us got a better life and a better potential.
Right.
Anything else on that?
Come.
Mm-hmm.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge,
Mm-hmm.
I will also reject thee.
The same way you don't want to hear what them nappy-headed Negroes and them little spics or whatever y'all call the Hispanic. It's the same way y'all don't want to listen. And they telling you the truth. The Lord will reject you. He will reject you. And guess what? You'll be crawling back, asking for questions, trying to get all the counsel that you can. But it's going to be a little too late if you out here dying of AIDS and HIV. Or you got a warrant because what's it? Because you're a drug lord. It's going to be a little bit too late. Only thing we really, it's things we can do, but Lord be with you in the process of you going through what you're going through. That's it.
That thou shalt be no priest to me,
Mm-hmm.
seeing that thou hast forgotten the law of God.
Mm-hmm.
I will also forget thy children.
If you forgetting the law of the Lord, and the Lord gonna forget your children. Like I said, I got left in Big Lots when I was in Georgia. And my parents, and actually they was kind of pissed off with me because I walked away, being a chap, want to go play with toys, but they understood. They came back in there and ran around there looking for me. They understood I had no protection. They don't know. They didn't even know if I was still there or in the car with them. I don't even know which one of them said DJing in the car. Because parent being destroyed like a knowledge.
Right.
Straying away from my parents, not keeping my black behind them. Guess what? Parents forgot about me. Just a slight example. That's all of it.
Okay.
Matthew 5 and 22. Come on.
Matthew 5 and 22. But I say unto you that whosoever is angry with his brother without a cause.
If you got a problem with your brother for no reason, because he take his behind the work, because he paying his tithes and the Lord blessing him, because he actually taking the opportunity to study and making something by himself.
Right.
So you hate him without a cause. Go ahead.
Shall be in danger of the judgment.
Shall be in danger of judgment. So meanwhile, you hating your brother and all this and that, you think nothing's gonna happen. You'll be danger of judgment. You have hate in your heart for your brother that's just trying to survive like you. He was just a little more fortunate.
Right.
You should have just went over there and asked him what was his career. What's his career? How can you get on? That, and if he was being a real brother or a humble brother, he'll do that. Go ahead.
And whosoever shall say to his brother, Rakah, shall be in danger of the council.
Calling your brother useless, like he ain't ish, and all this other bad stuff you speak on behalf of your brother.
Right.
And meanwhile, you ain't trying to build him up, which makes you even worse. You're sorry. You know your brother lowest of the low, he less unfortunate, and you got the audacity to try to bring your brother down.
Right.
You would know better than him. You're lower than him because he's actually trying. And you see him trying, and you still want to beat him over the head like the European man do us.
Right.
You are the cause. You're the cause.
But whosoever shall say, thou fool, shall be in danger of hellfire.
Calling people crazy and all of this and the whole industries, saying these people going crazy and things of that matter. And taking serious in the I.S.U.P.K. Because you don't know who's in here and you don't know what's on their mind. You don't know what type of paperwork they on when it comes to these mental institutions. And we not going to take any chances.
Right.
Because right now when it comes to Columbine and all that, the first thing they'll say is, oh, they had a, well, what is the terminology they use for like school shooters and stuff like that?
Mental health illness.
Yeah, mental health illness.
All right.
You don't know what's on their mind. And you know with the European, they be lying anyways, man. And we take that serious because we know that could be a potential threat.
Right.
A big eye opener. So if you speak like that and you spreading that around, understand that is serious in the I.S.U.P.K. It'll be dealt with. And brothers and sisters will be looked out for.
Right.
Go ahead.
All right. That was it.
Luke 6:31 if you could.
Okay. Luke 6 and verse 31. As ye, it's like, and as ye would that men should do to you, do ye also to them likewise.
So don't stop. In the black community, they got a bad habit of backdooring people.
Right.
And swindling, and you know what I'm saying, I don't know what gets them so aroused of sleeping with another man's woman. Like I couldn't even do that when I was in the word. It was just ill.
Right.
So you don't want nobody sleeping with your wife when you go on to work. And like I said, groping your daughter or molesting your son or anything like that. So don't do it to nobody else at all. Period. Because you're creating trauma in the black community. Don't do it to no other nation. I'm not condoning that at all. Just don't do it. It's filthy and it's disgusting. That's it, y'all. There's one more. Is it in Mark somewhere? Who's my brother? Mark 3:35.
Mark 3:35.
Mm-hmm.
For whosoever shall do the will of God,
Mm-hmm.
the same is my brother and my mother, and my sister and my mother.
If you're doing the will of the Lord, you are the same in Christ's eyes, the brother and sister. If you're in this one body and you're actually doing what you're supposed to be doing, that's how you classify. You got biological family members and all of it, but if they're not doing the work of the Lord's not looking at it. The Lord's looking at the people who's here to serve Him. Just like with some of you parents got kids that y'all want to wash the dishes, clean the house, y'all give them chores. You want them kids to serve you and do as was told. Not their friend. You don't tell them to go to their friend's house and clean up, and their friend damn sure don't come over there and clean up unless they the ones help dirtying up.
Right.
That's everything. There's one in 3rd John. This is love. I know it's in 3rd John. I think it's 3rd John 2 and something or 3 and something. Third John. Come. You got it.
Oh, First John 5:3. For this is the love of God,
Mm-hmm.
that we keep His commandments.
What?
That we keep His commandments.
That we keep the commandments. Christ even said, that He commanded us to show brotherhood.
Right.
That is a commandment. And this is coming out of New Testament. 2nd and 3rd John said it, back to back. Back to back. Go ahead.
And His commandments are not grievous.
I mean, it's not painful. It ain't gonna kill you. It ain't gonna break it down. It is good. It's not severe. It's severe if you don't follow it.
Right.
But it ain't gonna hurt you. Go ahead. All right. Shoot. Hold that. Hold that and go to 1 Thessalonians 4:9.
First Thessalonians 4:9. But as touching brotherly love, ye need not that I write unto you. For ye yourselves are taught of God to love one another.
Taught of God to love one another. Love your neighbor. Love your brother and your sister. When you see they falling short, they at fault or doing something wrong, tell them. Because you might be the reason why they actually change their life. The same people watching the video, share it. Share it. That's brotherhood and sisterhood. Because the same way you're shedding yourself for the word and you come into the truth, give somebody else an opportunity. Don't be selfish. Because nobody's being selfish with you. We got to try to save all of Israel, not who we want.
Right.
Even the most loudmouth, robust woman, we need to be trying to save that sister too. All of them. Grandmamas, cousins, hell. Even if they on a deathbed, we need to be trying to save them. And that's love, that's brotherhood. And the Lord said, love one another. Christ said, love one another. And you got to be willing to die from loving each other.
Right.
That's it. That's everything, right? That's it, guys. Lucky. Isaiah 9-16. We have no leadership, man. We only leadership we got is in the I.S.U.P.K.
Right.
That's it. We don't have no leadership. We don't have nobody who gonna really willing to put their neck out there on the line and give us the truth because they so stuck around how much money they gonna lose, or will my career be over? Damn your career, man. Damn your career. Cause the same hood you came from, you don't even give back to the hood. Y'all famous celebrities don't even take care of your damn kids, and you worried about a damn career. Come on, go ahead.
I'm coming. Isaiah 9:16.
Mm-hmm.
For the leaders of this people cause them to err.
The leaders. Nowadays, the only way you could be classified as leader if you got a big fan base, or what's that other stuff called? A platform.
Right.
You got to have a platform to be considered a leader. You could be a low life, sick bastard, and you can be a leader. You could be satanic and be a leader. But in this society, if you don't have a platform, whether it's IG, YouTube, or whatever, you can't be considered a leader until you get those. And all you gotta do is lie and swindle your way until you get exposed.
Right.
You got more on that?
Mm-hmm. And they that are led of them are destroyed.
Again, y'all follow these people because they got platform and they got money, or it sounds good, like your Christian pastor speak. It sounds good. So our people are led astray.
Right.
We don't know anything, man. We only know about fame and glitz and glamour. We don't know about nothing else. Because our leaders cause us to err. And the same ones that sell out, like your Floyd Mayweather, the brother know who he is, but refuse to come into the truth.
Right.
The brother got a beard. I mean, every time I don't want it, we see Floyd, he either got a die or die hat on now, spikes and studs. He got some type of fashion boots on now, grow his beard out. You think Floyd just randomly said, I'm going to just change up my... Nah, it wasn't like that. It was not like that. Like you got Jim Jones, the brother rocking damn fringes on his jacket and all that downtown, right. Think he doing something, and he in New York, so you can't put that past. Right. And them is your leaders, the ones who know. Your Kodak and Kendricks, they know. J. Cole's, they know who we are. Right. Nas know who we are, and those are your leaders. Even what's the other lady that was not Erykah Badu, or was she was a whore? Yeah. She know. She know. Everybody know who we are, and these your leaders, and you want to follow them. Meanwhile, they need leaders. Right. They leading y'all, and they don't even know how to lead. Start from the top.
Go. Mm-hmm. For the leaders of this people cause them to err.
The leaders, your leaders, the leaders that y'all following, and makes it sound like your Dr. Umar's. Whoever that is, like your Nature Boys and Dick Gregory's, and come on, what are they doing? Go ahead.
They that are led of them are destroyed.
And we are destroyed.
Right.
We know so much but don't know nothing. We know so much but don't know how to kick drugs out our neighborhood. Right. We don't know how to stop molestation, but we know so much. We don't know how to not sell drugs and go get a damn job, but we know so much. We don't know how to go to work and stop worrying about child support, but we know so much. Come on. Brotherhood is a weapon, man. It is the key. It's the key to destroy them other nations. All right, y'all. No Salaki on the class, y'all. Got any comment?
All right, yeah. Derek
Fold Wednesday said he glad he tuned in. He appreciates you for the alignment. He said he did his homework on when y'all talked on last night. Derek,
Oh yeah.
Derek Fold Wednesday.
Hey, Fresh, hit me up, man. Hit me on Facebook.
Where you from?
Gaffney.
Gaffney. Tell that brother we need some soldiers down here.
Hey, Fresh, man. Derek Lindsay, bro. We need some soldiers, man. You down there in Gaffney, they need you. You the ears down there now. What?
Laquan said, I guess before I got here, but he's like, that everyone has faith until it's time to have faith.
Right.
Marcus said, about the older generation, he said, the generation today don't give a damn about the older generation. Derek just commented. He said, you ready? He said he gonna call you.
All right, Most High in Christ. Pull that 2 Corinthians 6 and 17. Most High in Christ, man. Y'all brothers steadfast, man. Oh, select. You got it. 2 Corinthians 6 and 17.
6 and 17.
2 Corinthians 6 and 17. Wherefore, come out from among them.
Come out from among them. Israel, come out from these other wicked nations, filthy nations. These other nations that mean you no good. Separate from, get away from the skinny jean and homosexuality and whoredom and lust and all that. Get away from them. Brotherhood, if you have real brothers will tell you. But the only real brotherhood, again, is in I.S.U.P.K, because we're going to tell you the truth, regardless how you feel about it, because the Lord don't give a damn about emotions.
Right.
He doesn't. And it takes a brother. Come out from among them, man. Come back home to your people and leave these other nations alone. Bear arms together. Go ahead.
Oh, God. And be separate. And be ye separate.
And be ye separate. Separate. We're Israel. Get away from other nations. If we work inside our own, we can actually build something. Stop looking for what's the word?
Is that satisfaction?
Yeah, stop looking for satisfaction and understanding from these oppressors. Yeah, we understand they got the resources and things like that.
Right.
But at the end of the day, you don't have to give them your mind or your body. Just
Right.
give them a little bit of your time. Go to work and make your money. And then what you do, once you're done with that, take that money and bring it into your community and leave it in there. And go get more of their money and bring it back to your community.
Right.
Be wise, brothers and sisters. Give wise counsel. Stop listening to Shaniqua and James. Talking about F that Negro, go get another one. F that B, nah, man, listen. That's not going to build a nation. Because all your daughter's going to do is grow up and be the same one that y'all despise. It's sickening. Got more?
Says the Lord, and touch not the unclean thing, and I will receive you.
Where is it? Deuteronomy 7:6. Come out from among them, man, and join back together. Because again, brotherhood more important. Just because Esau or the European man give you a high-paying job, you're still nothing to him. You're just a smarter nigga, meaning you're willing to do whatever he says for you to make it to the top. You're no better. You're no better. That's it.
Deuteronomy 7, verse 6. For thou art an holy people.
Holy. Thou art a holy people. It means separate. Separate Bible. Separate record. Go ahead.
Unto the Lord thy God.
Unto the Lord. So we're separate people unto the Lord. We're not like everybody else. The Lord separated us to everybody else. From everybody else. Separated us. That means we got different laws. Different. We have a constitution. A different constitution than any other nation around here. He separated us. When are you going to start following your own laws and be a man and a real damn woman like you're supposed to be for the Lord?
Right.
Come on. Not my Jesus. Like he's only your Christ. Like you got ownership over him.
Right.
Like the brother said, personal relationship with the Lord. That sounds sweet. Come on. Stop trying to take ownership over your own sin in your own point of view when it comes to the Lord and Christ. And be a brother or a sister and come back together. That Christ is our king, not yours. Ours. He ain't gonna tell you one thing in the Bible and you could do it and then turn around, I can't do it.
Right.
No, we live by the same law. And stop thinking you could weed out and do as you please, because I can't. He can't. She can't. But that's what the Christian church does. Christian church makes it seem as if, oh, the Bible speaks to you in your own way, different interpretation, this and that. That's stupid. The words is the same. It is who delivering. The words are the same. So how do you gotta, man? That's a whole nother class. Go ahead, you start from the top.
Okay. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
Mm-hmm.
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee.
Have chosen thee. Go ahead.
To be a special people.
Special people. Special. If we do everything special, it don't matter what it is. It don't matter if it's sitting in a chair. We gonna lean back in the chair. We gonna lean, kick our legs out. You know, it don't matter what it is.
Right.
Whatever we put our hands on, we do it. We do it to the utmost because we're special. Don't matter if it's cars and motorcycles, hairs, nails, and makeup, sports, dancing, fashion, cooking, whatever. We do it to the utmost.
Right.
But the only thing we're not doing to the utmost is showing brotherhood and sisterhood. You know why? Because we know everything and we think what we know is all we need to know.
Right.
But with that, I.S.U.P.K. security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K. Start out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. A rule for a brother and sister. When a brother and sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has a particular interest, after 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After the 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Numbers 18:21, Malachi 3:8-10 means 10th in Hebrew, ma'ashra. 10% of every penny of any increase Lord gives you, give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund. Free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upholy convocation. Right now, the Feast of First Fruit, start after the Sabbath unleavened bread, sundown, Saturday, April 23rd to 2022. After 50 days, celebrate the 50th day, Sunday, June 12, 2022. Start before sundown, Leviticus 23:10-22. Remember the Akim and Akwal to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If anyone's want to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black boots, shirt, headband, and scarf. And with that,